If this recording ever sees the light of day, it's because I finally did it. I finally set myself free. At this point, all I have left are the heartbreaking clips of a sad time that was, which I recorded in an effort to be able to look back on my growth. Now I sit here, under the trees and in my favorite stream, realizing one major thing. When you decide that you want truth and happiness and prove that you mean it, all of life will conspire in your favor. This is how to leave a toxic love cycle. This is how I did it, at least. But most importantly, this is how to stay away, forever and for good. Hi! If you're watching this video, you've most likely been in a toxic love cycle, are currently in one, or maybe you're just watching because you're interested in the topic. Either way, thank you so much for your time. It means the world to me. This video is about leaving toxic love cycles and staying away. This is more in the context of where I ended a toxic love cycle where I was an enabler to a person's bad behavior. But similar to my heartbreak video, I think this can be applied to any and all love relationships where they may be on again, off again, back and forth, and just rocky in a way that is unhealthy for you, the other person, both of you, however you want to apply it. I learned 4 things about being in a toxic love cycle that I want to share with you, specifically the ones that kind of forced me to leave. But number 5 is going to be about what goes on after, because yeah, it's one thing to leave, but then what now, you know? So, number 1, you are not going to change the person you are in a toxic love cycle with, and it is not your job to. If this person displays unchanged bad behavior that is so repetitive and so consistent, I am telling you, you are going to drain yourself trying to fix them, change them, whatever it is you think you're doing. I'm going to use an easy example. Let's say you're in a cycle where you're still with the person that has cheated on you. That person does not respect you or the love between the both of you. That is a fact. It is most likely that you're trying to stick around for as long as you can, but I'm telling you, even if you think you have forgiven them while you're still with them, you don't forget a betrayal like that, and it'll come up during the bad times of that relationship, and it'll be something that you continue to use against them, because why wouldn't you? But also, why wouldn't you just leave too? The hurt will come out in ways that are unexpected, is what I'm trying to say. You will find yourself clinging on to hope that this person will never do that again, but also, why wouldn't they? You have proven that they can commit the biggest betrayal that can be committed in a relationship, and they can still get you back. That really just doesn't allow room for any growth or changed behavior. People get comfortable. When people are comfortable, growth is avoided. The same goes for a love cycle where the person you're with simply is just not aligned with you, and you two are forcing an alignment that's not going to be possible. There just won't be any growth for either of you. I know the question I hung on to a lot, and the question a lot of people hang on to a lot, is what about the good times? What about the moments with this person where it was just the two of you and the entire world fell away? And what about the thoughtful acts that no one saw? What about those memories? You can keep those memories, but you can't let them hold you back. There's a lifetime of good memories waiting out there for you. It's time that you go and make them. This person is not your world. They need to go on a journey of their own, and you need to go on a journey of your own. Number 2, most people do change, but when and if they do is kind of none of your business. If they go on to grow and awaken to a life of consistency, honesty, integrity, whatever it was that was lacking in the dynamic, that is so great for them, but that has nothing to do with you. Along with this, I want to discuss the stalking of social media. I talked about this in my heartbreak video. Stop looking at their social media accounts. Why do you want to see what's become of them? Why do you want to see what they've been up to? I mean this in the kindest way possible. You finally left. Why would you do something that makes you feel stuck and something that can potentially lead to you seeing something that you don't like and it hurting your feelings? You're literally hurting yourself at that point. I haven't known a thing about the person that I was in a toxic love cycle with for so long, and I fully believe that that is the reason why I have been able to move on with my life the way that I have. Why I had so much peace of mind when I did leave. I didn't look. I didn't hear. We no longer had any connection, no longer had any friends in common, and I love that. And you deserve that. You do not need to hear about what they're up to, okay? You shouldn't care, and I promise you with time, you won't. This is not to say that situations won't come up. Situations like the breaking of no contact, which leads me to number 3. You need to go no contact. I swear by this, I promise you, it's the only way. Let's say you finally let go. If you think they're never going to reach out to you again, you're very wrong. And it's better that you prepare for that now. Although you may make sure that they have no way of getting a hold of you, you block their number, block their social media. New numbers can be made. New social media accounts can be made. It is almost impossible to be completely unreachable these days. But this is great. This is the true test, okay? Will you pick up that phone call? Will you reply to that message? Will you give them that reaction that they want when they find other little ways of trying to get to you? No, you will not. Why? Because you finally made it out of the cycle. You will not let last-ditch efforts drag you back in. If your situation is similar to mine, where you were enabling this person, you come to the realization that they do not miss you. They miss their enabler. They can't possibly wrap their head around the fact that the person that would enable all their behavior and excuse their actions and would go back to them no matter what could potentially be moving on in life. How could they lose that? Number 4, the breaking point. All that being said, what will be your breaking point? If them causing you pain or the dynamic just being incredibly rocky isn't enough to get you to leave, what will be enough? My breakthrough came when I realized how unhappy I was. I held a mirror up to myself and I saw zero self-love, zero self-respect. Then I looked at the person I was enabling and I saw tainted first love. I saw no truth, and most importantly, I saw no future. With this, I also want to talk about childhood traumas. I used that for a long time as an excuse to enable this behavior. You see, when people act in certain ways, it alludes to pain that they felt in the past. You want to be able to show them grace and be understanding of them. At some point, especially if you find yourself lost while trying to help them, you kind of have to begin to hold people accountable for their actions. As humans, as adults, I was kind of faced with this reality. On one hand, I had the hardship of leaving my first love and missing them. And on the other hand, I had the degree of peace that I felt when I was away from them. Yeah, that's kind of all I needed to see. Don't get me wrong though, this peace doesn't come until you're actually really tired of the cycles, of the unchanged patterns, whatever it is. Obviously, if it came right away, we wouldn't be sitting here right now. I wouldn't be making this video, you wouldn't be watching it. Number 5, what now? You spent so much energy on this toxic love cycle. Now that you're out of it, what are you going to do? You need to set some goals for yourself. Pursue those hobbies that you've always wanted to pursue. Take that class that you've always wanted to take on that topic that you like. Join some fun workout classes. Find a way to get all that energy out. Start saying yes to new people and new experiences when you're ready. Don't let the harmful love cycle that you were in stop you from believing in a good, true love. It is out there. It always will be. It will come when it will come. When you do find yourself ready to start meeting new people again, dating again, please be mindful of the healthy boundaries that you worked so hard to create for yourself. And also, have fun. This is so exciting. It's like a brand new life. I'm excited for you. Also, when beginning to date again, be very present in the conversations that you're having. With this person that you see yourself potentially dating, be very aware of the way that they talk about themselves and the way that they talk about others. This is a fresh start. I'm not saying you may never have another tricky experience in romance. Life is life. But now that you have those boundaries, it's easier to leave when you must. That being said, also, you can jump into as many relationships as you want. I know that you know that void will forever be there so long as you are unhealed. So please, first, just take some time for yourself. In my heartbreak video, I failed to mention all the people that had helped me throughout all of this. The friends and family that were my backbone when I was unable to be my own. The people that carried me when I couldn't carry myself really gave me a lot of hope during this time. That situation, that toxic love cycle, that was not unconditional love. Oh my god, I don't even know if I'm gonna get through this part. What the hell? Unconditional love was my friend Adriana running away to Oregon with me when it all became too much. It was my friend Vanessa arriving to California right on time and exploring coffee shops all over LA with me. Unconditional love was my best friend Tara, although being pretty far away, spending hours and hours on the phone with me, just listening to me talk about the same thing, cry about the same thing. It was my friend Chris always being down to go and get Wingstop with me, or just have long drives listening to Olivia Rodrigo. Unconditional love was my parents and my sister coming and helping me redo my apartment when I wanted change. Love, I came to realize, was the way that I felt underneath the trees, away from drama, away from neglect, and whatever else that I can't even remember anymore. It was the way that my feet would feel on the grass. It was the wind in my hair. It was how I felt swimming in the ocean with my friends. It was the big, enormous mountains that I have climbed since leaving that situation. Love is the life that I've given back to myself. You are going to be okay without this person. You are going to be more than okay. It is not natural to fight what is not meant to be. I know that it's going to hurt you leaving them. I know that you're going to miss them so much. But I promise you, you're probably hurting yourself the longer that you stay. And I know that you know it because I knew it too. If you're not ready to leave, so be it. Free will is a crazy thing. I just want you to know that I have a lot of hope in you. Thank you again so much for watching, and thank you so much for your time. This was not an easy video to make, but it's done.
my god.